Hi there, I'm Aki from Aki Gaming, and welcome to another episode of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Each episode, we will be putting two heroes into the spotlight and see who reigns supreme over the other. First, they will be judged by all of their attributes, which includes their stats, weapons, skills, etc. Then we will put them into a battle simulator and see who's the better one when head on. Not only that, we will be also giving them their best possible skill build and put them into the ultimate mass battle showdown to see who will crown the winner of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Let's not wait any longer and introduce our contestants. Standing on the left corner, a mercenary who works hard to pay for his ill wife's treatment. Likes to bring treats for her. The pumpkin smasher, H.Dorcas! And standing on the right corner, the founder of the Grey Mercenary, the father of Ike and Miss, the heroic exemplar, Greil! So here we go, mercenary versus mercenary, faithful husband versus devoted father. Who will be crowned the better husband though? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Round 1, stats and skills. Let's start by comparing their stats. And H.Dorcas has the higher HP and speed, whereas Greil has the higher BST, defense and resistance. 41 base attack? I don't think Odin has 41 attack with a weapon. Anyway, the score is now 2-3 to Greil. Next, let's compare their weapon. H.Dorcas wields the Hackle Lantern that has a might of 14. It inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack during combat. In other words, enemy don't get charges when he attacks. What about Greil? He wields the Faithful Axe, a 14 might axe that grants him attack, speed, defense, resistance +3 during combat if he's adjacent to an ally. For your information, both weapons could be refined to boost their HP and one of the other 4 stats of your choice. So, who has the better weapon? According to the rating system for Game 8, Hackle Lantern has a score of 8.5 out of 10. And Faithful Axe is also 8.5. It's a draw. Now, we won't be comparing their assist, special and their passive in C, since there isn't a match. However, we will still briefly go through it for your knowledge. H.Dorcas has Swap as an assist. It basically allows him to swap places with a target ally. As for Greil, he has a 5 cooldown special called Eater. It treats foes' defense resistance as if reduced by 50% during combat, and it also restores HP equal to half of the damage dealt. Not only that, the Axe Dian's Fall Rider has Armor March in slot C. That allows him and armored unit to move 1 extra space as long as they are adjacent at the start of turn. Next, let's start comparing their remaining passives. In slot A, H.Dorcas has Sturdy Stance. If foe initiates combat, grants an attack defense +4 during combat. And Greil has Fury 4. Yeah, you heard me right. Not 3, but 4. It grants him attack, speed, defense, resistance +4, and after every combat, he takes 8 damage. Which A skill has a higher score? It seems Sturdy Stance is rated lower than Fury 4. The heroic exemplar gets another point. Lastly, let's compare their passive in B. H.Dorcas has Worry Fighter that prevents foe and himself from making a follow-up attack if his HP is more than 50%. And Greil has Worry Fighter 2. It's a draw. And that's the end to round 1. With a score of 2 against 4, the winner of the first round goes to Greil! What happened to Dorcas? Anyway, let's move on to round 2, head on fight. For this and the next segment, I'm going to use the battle simulator from Arctic Silver Fox. First, we are just going to let them brawl with their default skills, IV with no buff. And here's the result for 1 full turn. It seems both could not take their opponent down in 1 full turn mainly because of Worry Fighter. Even if Greil has an adjacent ally, there's still no KO from them. It's safe to say, it's a draw for the default fight. Next, how about we give them some skill inheritance? As our usual practice, we will optimize their build for the highest winning rate. For Hawkers, Defense Refined Slaying Hammer, Bonfire, Fury 4, Bullfighter, Odd Attack Wave, and an Attack Defense Seal. As for Greil, he will be using the same build as Hawkers. And the result? It's a double KO because of anti-armor. Even with their high defense and HP, they still get one hit by the hammer. I guess it's another draw then. And with both sides not getting any points in the second round, I hereby declare round 2 to be a tie. Before we proceed to the final segment, let's look back at the results so far. Greil has 1 win, 1 draw compared to Hawkers, which has only a draw. The Pumpkin Smasher would have to win the next segment to force the match to a draw, but he has a high wall to climb. Who will win the last round? Let's find out in round 3, Mass Battle. For this segment, we will be using the same damage calculator as round 2 to calculate how effective are they against all the other heroes. Instead of looking at only their kills, we are also going to consider their draws and losses too, and the result will be in the form of percentage. Here's the formula. First, we will calculate the result with their default build. And here's the result for 1 round of initiation. And Greil takes the first point with a winning rate of 52.4 to 49.2. Next, let's have a look at the result for 1 full turn with attacking phase first. Hawker scores 1 back with a difference of 0.5%, 1-1. Now defending first. Here's the result for 1 round of defense. Another close match with Greil leading with 53% to 52.7%. Moving on to 1 full turn of defense. And the heroic exemplar gets another point. The halfway score is 1-3. Now, let's look at the result after inheriting skills. Who will perform better this time? For 1 round initiation... Whoa! 99% for both of them with Hawkers losing by a decimal number. What about 1 full turn by initiating first? The score gets even higher now. This time, the faithful husband is 0.3% higher than Greil. What if enemy attack first? How different would the result be? For 1 round of defense, the founder of Greil Mercenary has a battle rate of 60.5 to 59.9, 2-5. Lastly, let's look at the result for 1 full turn of defense. And Ixdad gets the last point. This concludes the end to round 3. With a score of 2-6, the last round goes to the devoted father. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, having 2 wins and a draw, the winner of this episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours goes to... Greil! What an intense match! Especially at the later half. Most of the time, the result was separated just by a decimal point. By having the better base skill and IV, Greil managed to outdo Hawkers in the crucial moment. I'm impressed with their 99% kill rate during initiation. That is really amazing, especially coming from an X unit. Even though Greil won the title, but we do have to give credit to Hawkers too for his display of strength despite being a free TT unit. Come to think about it, he might be the best TT unit we have so far when it comes to winning rate. Try to name me another Tempest Trial unit that could hit 99.7% winning rate. So, what's your thought on the result? Who do you think should have been the better husbando? Let's discuss. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notification icon to Aki Gaming for more interesting content like this. Thank you for watching and hope to see you on the next episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours.
Thank you.